does it even? What's going on, family? I don't really know what's happening here. But if you guys are on my Instagram, I'm on YouTube Live right now. Go on over to YouTube. I'm gonna let you guys rock for a little bit, probably like 5 minutes. But come on over and see me on YouTube. Okay, that's where I'm at right now. Okay. So, what's up, everybody? Let me make sure that everything is what I need it to be. Can I do like this? Okay. All right. All right. Let me go say hi to everybody. Let me say hi to everybody in the chat. Oh, and of course, look. Let me see. I want to put. There you go. Okay. All right. So what's up, everybody? What's going on, everyone? Welcome. Tonight's conversation is going to be very interesting because we talking about the friend zone. And y'all, I actually got to download that video that was sent to me. That Tribal, I think Tribal might be in the chat. Tribal sent me. I put it or clipped it alongside the post that I actually put out there. So I'm going to go ahead. Tommy says, "Hey, Samantha, looking forward to this evening gig. See you soon from California." What's up, Tommy? What's going on? How you doing? Jay, Shadows, Jason, Lanaya. Lanaya, what's your Instagram name? Because because Lanaya, you a day one, baby. You a day one. Let me see. Shadows, the cloud in the darkest light. What did he say? Love y'all, peace and freedom. Okay. What's up? He says Sam with a smiley face. What's going on? How you doing? How's everybody doing? What's going on? What's up, Trayshawn, TWI admin? What's going on, everybody? Looking forward to the discussion. Great. Shadows cloud in the dark. I don't believe you. I actually don't believe you. I don't believe that you don't have an Instagram. A lot of people be having these burner accounts. Just saying. So I'm going to, for those of you guys who are on my Instagram, I am live on YouTube. I'm only going to be on for another 5 minutes, but you get to get the vibe. But I'm live on YouTube, Love Samantha Lee. I'm live on Facebook, Love Samantha Lee. So very easy, Love Samantha Lee. All right, family. What's going on with everybody? So first and foremost, I just want to thank everybody for tuning into the show. Y'all know Wednesday night, 8 p.m. is a new time for me. It's just the best time for me. Mommy first. So it's the best time for me. So yes. Oh, that's a very interesting question, y'all, that was on the Instagram. Somebody said, "What do you think about men who follow women on OF?" Wonder Woman, is this your man? Is this your man or is this a random man? That's what we need clarity there. Is this your man or a random man that's following a woman on OF? That's really where I'm at with it. Who man is it? Is it the man for the world or man for you, or there's a random man? I don't have no issue with a random man single. He could do what he wants. If it's your husband or if it's your boyfriend, then we got different conversations going on. We got a different conversation going on. Okay. But if it's my man, we got a problem. If it's the world's man, then I don't have a problem. I mean, it is what it is. We used to date. Well, Wonder Woman, why you Wonder Woman? Now, y'all, Wonder Woman that gave me some context now. Listen, I believe that I'm sorry, y'all, because I'm live on YouTube. So y'all come on over to YouTube because you're not going to hear me as well as you need to for this conversation. Do I have a BBL? No, this is hard work, baby. And if you saw me in real life, I don't have like that ginormous of a booty to think I got a BBL. I just do squats. I put a lot of weight on it. Okay. Anyway, I'm jumping off the situation. Wonder Woman, come see me over here on YouTube. Come see me over here on YouTube. Okay. Love Samantha Lee. What I will say is one thing before I get off, you guys. Attention is a currency. Your attention is a currency. All right. And so a lot of times we pay attention. We pay. Come on, Chelsea. Y'all, y'all know my girl Chelsea over here. She said the body is giving body. Yes, Chelsea, come on, give it to me. The body is going to keep bodying. Thank you, Jesus. As long as the Lord allows me. All right. So, as long as you keep paying attention, you keep paying tickets to the show. All right. Because your attention is a currency, family. And a lot of us be giving attention to people, places, and things that we are no longer at. Meaning you're still giving them a currency you can't get back. Because the more time that you decide to give somebody that you are not with, your attention, you're continuing to keep yourself attached to a situation you're trying to leave, right? So if you, for this particular situation, if your ex is following dudes, or excuse me, following OF models, that's your ex. He's entitled to do whatever he wants. I would suggest to you, don't keep watching the show. Don't keep watching what your ex is doing. That's a world of pain and distraught. I'm not watching what my past is doing. It's my past. We leave that behind. Okay? We move forward. Because my past is my future is greater than my past. All right. So anyway, y'all, I'm going to see you guys in a second. I am live on the U of Tube. Love Samantha Lee. I'll see you guys there. Yes, you guys. So again, we want to make sure that when we're paying it, we have to understand the value of our attention. I don't think a lot of people understand the value of your attention. It kind of goes along with our topic today about friend zoning. It goes along with that because our topic about friend zoning is, listen, if someone we're gonna watch the video, which I'm gonna send it to myself. I should have been sent it to myself, but I'm gonna send it to myself. Here we go. And we're gonna watch this video and we're gonna break a lot of things down here. It's probably the reason why I think I haven't watched it is because I feel like it's going to infuriate me. But we're gonna do that, and I'm going to answer your questions about friend zoning. All right. So all of that's going to be covered today. We're gonna cover the whole friend zone gamut. And I'm saying this as a person who has been friend zoned. Wait, hold on. I have been friend zoned. I had to think for a second. I'm like, let me not tell no lie. Have I been friend zoned? I have been friend zoned. I have absolutely been friend zoned. So, I have been friend zoned. I've experienced friend zoning and being friend zoned. So we gonna talk about it from somebody that knows from the female side what that feel like. Let me see. And I'm gonna send this video. Y'all, this video to me was just, it was hard to watch. I don't know if y'all saw it on my Instagram, but it was hard to watch, beloved. It was hard to watch. Oh, if that was my brother, I would yank him up. I would yank him up. No, Jason, you know what? To be honest with you, everybody, listen, some people feel like just because you're somebody that you feel like, people feel like is desirable doesn't mean you don't experience rejection once in a while. We all experience it. I don't care who the person is. We all experience it. And I've said this a number of times. I was not an attractive, younger child. When I was in middle school, your girl was not cute. I was awkward. I was overweight. I was bullied. Yes, I was. I wore glasses. I had braces. And I was thicker than a Snicker. When I say thicker than a Snicker, I mean thicker than a Snicker. I had already reached my height. I think I was already like 5'4", 5'5" at that time. Or no, I was 5'3". I was 5'3". So I only grew another inch. And your girl was big. Okay? Your girl was big. I was a roly-poly-oly. Middle school does count because the trauma is real. But that bullying trauma, I don't care what nobody say. That true bullying trauma is next level. But yes, I was absolutely. I would go on the bus, and y'all, I used to cry when I had to go on the bus because I already knew they was gonna go at me. I already knew there was 3 guys from my neighborhood. One of them actually became one of my really good friends. But 3 guys from the neighborhood that was going to wear me out, was going to call me every kind of name. They called me Bowflex. They called me all because I was strong. I was always strong. But man, it was a real situation. I remember just going on the bus and you sweating and I was hot and be like, oh, Bowflex is sweating. Like, oh my gosh. Like it was so traumatic. Like it was so traumatic. So I was bullied. Yeah, I was for sure bullied. Was 7th, 8th, maybe 9th, a little bit of 9th. But then my body started changing. My body started bodying. My hormones. I lost got contacts. My braces came off. And my body started. Yeah. My body started bodying. And then that's when you probably knew of me. Pam went to my high school, y'all. But yeah, that's when you probably saw me. That's when I had already changed. And then out of nowhere, I became popular. But I knew what it was like to have nobody liking and nobody checking for you. Period. So when people say, hey, like, why are you cool? Why are you down to earth? Why do you not act like how I would assume you would act? It's because I've been bullied. Because I've been there. I know what it's like. And I had to develop a personality, and I still didn't feel like I was attractive. Even like that change, I was like, what happened? Now all the guys want me. I went from nobody to everybody. It was crazy. It was crazy. High school, just crazy. But anyway, it's besides the point. We're going to keep on moving. So I have this video that I'm going to share with you guys that I posted on my social medias. Now, you may not have seen this particular video, but it was sent to me by Tribal. I don't know if Tribal's on the actual, I don't know if Tribal is on here tonight. I hope he is. But Tribal sent me this. Tribal be sending me videos and wanting my perspective on it. And sometimes it's a little bit hard to watch some of the things he sends me. However,
I'm not mad that I'm not.
Okay. So I am going to see if I can go here, share screen. Window, yeah, media player. Okay. Huh, no. Why can't I? Now, y'all tell me if you guys can hear this, because it's kind of making me feel like you may not be able to hear this, but I'm going to see. Okay. So we're going to play this, and that's why I have empathy about the friend zone, you guys, because I've been friend zoned. I already know. I know what it's like for a crush to look at me and be like, it's a no. Like I've experienced rejection for sure. So I definitely understand that. Okay, guys, we gonna get into it.
I'm not mad that I'm not your type. I'm mad that you won't.
Now, y'all, can y'all hear that? Please let me know if y'all can hear that. Please let me know if y'all can hear that. Put some ones in the chat if you can hear it. I just want to make sure. Okay, perfect. Okay, I just want to make sure. Kind of gave me a little something, something. So here we go. We're going to play this video. All right, here we go.
Step out of your comfort zone for somebody that genuinely cares for you.
I don't want to.
Why?
You're like a brother to me.
Okay.
Here's my issue.
Look. Georgia is right next to Alabama. Like it's.
I need to pause this.
And you're a sweet guy, but I feel like you deserve someone.
What?
Else.
What? Okay, so you're pretty. You have nice eyelashes. You're always.
He didn't Here's my biggest thing. Here's my biggest thing, family. Here's my biggest thing with where we started. Here's where we started. Let's break this thing down. Numero uno. What is on your head? Let's start there. What is this? We're not like, if somebody is not into the anime thing and you already know that, if you already know that who you are dealing with is not into anime, however, you're going to go because that's just your best friend. And let me just start from the very beginning, y'all. I don't believe this at all. I don't believe that this is real. I don't know if he doesn't know that she's recording him, but a part of me is like, what kind of best friend gonna record you in this manner? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see your best friend recording you and you don't realize it. I don't see that. However, we're just gonna keep moving on. Why are you gonna wear a panda bear hat? Like, it's not even a hat, and it doesn't look like it's a jacket. It looks like a panda bear blankie. But you're wearing a grown man watch with a panda bear blankie and a full beard. We're not talking partial. We're talking a full grown man beard. That's a beard that pays bills. Okay. I know beards that pay bills, and that's a beard that pays the bill. Okay. You're wearing if you're going into a situation and this is my thing. If you're dealing with, now y'all, when I was in college, I dealt with a young one. My first roommate was a young woman who was into anime. Okay. So she was into anime. I understand this anime thing. Okay. There are women that are about this anime. There is not an anime. Like, there are women that are into anime. Y'all go to these anime conventions. There's a lot of, that's a full cosplay costume. My bad. Didn't know that. However, doesn't stop my point. My point is that you're wearing a costume. You're wearing a full anime costume. And you're not dealing with a woman you met at an anime convention. You're dealing with a woman you admittedly know is different than you. Like, we're starting off the conversation and she's saying she's not like you, that y'all don't have this in common. Now, this cosplay, ensemble may work for somebody who's into that. Like, that might actually turn a woman on who's into that. But a woman that is, Trey Sean, stop. Trey Sean said they probably ran out of Spider-Man watches. Y'all are messing with me. Stop. I have a point. That might work for a woman who this is what she do. She's into the cosplay. She into the anime. That makes perfect sense. But when you are dealing with a woman you've already acknowledged is different than you and doesn't like the same things as you coming into the situation wearing a cosplay ensemble, a whole costume, is not going to get you the results that you are looking for. You should have came to somebody, if y'all are different and she's not into what you're into and you're trying to sell her on, you should have came in looking fly. If you don't know what fly is, talk to a homeboy. Talk to a friend that isn't in anime. That isn't saying, yeah, wear the panda. Talk to somebody that says to you, no, bro, don't wear the panda. Don't wear the panda with the full beard and the grown man watch. Don't do it. We need to have a friend that is going to stop this from starting. Okay? Because if you gonna apply pressure to a woman that ain't about this life, we need to be coming in with a fly streetwear outfit. We talking about the jeans is jeaning. We talking about the shirt is fly. You could, if you had a sister like me, because I will put my brother on game. I'll be like, bop, bop, bop. Okay, bro, we good money. Like, well, I'm gonna put my brother on game. Okay. But if you don't have a brother or you don't have somebody in your life like me, then you need to find somebody in your life that you could be like, okay, in the group chat, how am I gonna get her? And we need to have somebody in the group chat that knows how to get women in this group chat. Okay? Because at this point, there needed to be somebody that stopped this before it started. Correct? There's somebody that needed to say, homie, don't wear the don't wear the panda costume. Not to the picnic in the summer, bro. Not to the picnic in the summer. No. Like, we need to be wearing that Halloween party. Because the reality of the situation is she's already looking at you like you would not be a good leader. Let's back it up to real life. I am not going to look at a man who is wearing a panda costume and say, that is my man. And that's because I'm not into anime. Much like this young woman here. I'm not into anime. So you coming in with a panda hat on is solidifying my decision to keep you in the friend zone. That did not take you out the friend zone. That puts you deeper in the friend zone by wearing the panda costume. That is where I'm at with it. If you kind of came in with some grown man swag, like you might have had a better shot at locking this down. Because he doesn't look like a bad looking guy. It's just the panda that is it's making you feel like you're talking to a man child. And that doesn't mean that the panda in and of itself was wrong. You have to know your audience. Y'all, this is in life. There's certain things I can't wear to work. I like to wear athleisure. I like to wear my sporty stuff all the time. I do. I like to wear my little tight this and tight that. And I walk around the world like that. That's how I like wearing my workout clothes everywhere I go. That is who I am. Or pajama looking pants that are like a looser. It's a whole thing for me. Okay. Let's just keep it real. I can't walk into my job wearing that. I have to wear a certain attire. Why? Because that is a different room. If I'm going to go get my hair done, or if I'm going to go to the gym, if I'm going to go grocery shopping, or if I'm going to go cook something for my daughter, whatever that may be, that what I wear works because that is the room in which I'm in. But if somebody said, hey, Sam, I want to meet you in Atlanta, we want to go somewhere to eat or do something, I'm going to wear a different outfit. If my girls are going to ask me to go out, I'm going to wear a different outfit. We read in the room. And that's a big thing. You got to be reading the room when you're going to be doing full court press on a woman. Okay? So let's continue this, y'all. I apologize. Let's continue this. I just had to kind of break down the panda outfit because that was the thing that was really throwing me off here. But let's continue.
You're nice. You talk to me generally, even though I'm weird and step out of my comfort zone a lot of the time.
We are complete opposites. I like to go partying. You like to stay in the house and go to.
Why would I want to go to the party?
You like to go to Comic-Cons and you like to look at anime. I'm not that type of girl.
You don't have.
She's letting you know I'm not that type of girl, and he says you don't have to be. She kind of does. She kind of does to understand you. Like, she kind of does, especially right now when you're wearing a full-on cosplay outfit and a regular outfit at the same time. Like, I kind of have to understand what this is for me to receive you in this moment as a grown man. Like, I might say, oh, he a nice dude, he a good person, blah, 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 blah. But I may not be receiving you as grown man, take the lead right here. Okay? So let's keep going. Let's keep going.
I'm sorry, but I'm just not. You should find somebody that genuinely likes you for you. I don't understand.
She's like, you should go for somebody who genuinely likes you for you. Now, this is where I feel like the video to me kind of gives, this might be a joke, this might be a game, whatever this is, because he's kind of smirking here. And I don't know if that's a defense mechanism or if he's just not really, this is not real. I don't know, but this is what this is giving. Okay. So in this situation, she's like, you should be with somebody that genuinely like you. I don't disagree with her. And I actually appreciate the level of honesty she's giving. She's not like making him feel like dangling the carrot. She's not manipulating him. She's like saying, I don't like you. I don't see you in this way. You're my friend. We don't like the same things. Like, this is she's kind of breaking this down straight up. Okay, so let's keep going.
Like,
Okay, well, what about content wise? We both make content. We both making skits. We both like. Come here, let me hold this. You always.
First of all, here's the other part to this. All right, if a woman is gonna get up and walk away or grab her purse, don't grab her purse. Now, again, I'm seeing in the chat that it might not be real. I kind of peeped game a little bit when he gave a little smirk. He always was kind of like hiding his face. I kind of felt like this wasn't genuine, but we're just going to play like this is real, right? Because this is not unusual. She's saying, listen, I don't like you. I don't like you. I like you as a friend. We don't have a lot in common. We're just not there. He's like, well, we live close by. I like your eyelashes. I think you're pretty. We don't have a lot in common. I just want you. And she's like, nah, like, I don't want you. He's continuing to push through. Now, family, one thing I will say, do not allow anybody to tell you they don't want you twice. Do not allow anybody in your atmosphere, male or female. You ain't got to tell me twice. You ain't got to tell me twice. If someone does not, it tells you one time they don't want you, let it be that. You continuing to push yourself on someone isn't making you more attractive. It's making you seem less desperate or more desperate. Like you want it so bad at this, that, and the third. Like, no, like, just say, you know what? If she don't want me, this is God closing a door. Thank you, Jesus. I would have continued down this path, pursuing this woman. She's clearly not my person. She clearly doesn't see my value. On to the next one. And I understand how that can be hurtful, where someone doesn't see your value or they choose somebody else or whatever that may be. But you have to say, okay, well, God, I have to accept that this is not my person. That this is not going to be the first nor the last woman or man you're going to be attracted to. You're going to see other attractive people. And those other attractive people may also see the value in you. Do not allow this experience to be like, oh, all women are going to respond this way. That's just this individual. And what happens is with pain is that pain projects. Pain projects. And so when pain projects, pain makes everybody the person that hurt you. I can tell when someone hasn't been healed when they make everybody the person that hurt them. oh, well, he probably a cheater because my last man did the same thing and he cheated and he was doing this. Okay, you haven't healed. Pain projects. So when somebody makes a generalization about an entire population of people that they have not yet met, they have been hurt and they have not healed. Pain is very loud. So in this particular situation, as we're watching what's going on here, and we're going through our everyday life, do not allow your pain to project. Somebody asked in the chat, which I think is a fair question, and then we're gonna talk a little bit more about this. Okay, but let me finish this video. Sorry.
Oh man, like what? Oh, you can hold. Wait. I'm just like.
So he grabs her purse. I don't grab no female purse. I mean, just don't do it unless that's your woman or whatever, or don't grab her purse to stop her from leaving. If she want to leave, let her leave. That's how I look at it. You want to go, unless this is your woman. If we're talking about different, like a woman you're trying to pursue versus a woman that is your woman, or a man that is your man, these are different conversations, right? But when you're trying to pursue somebody, I'm not going to try to stop you from leaving. I'm not going to try to block an exit no. If you want to go. You ain't my man. Now, if I was wrong and I did something to cause this reaction from you, then Sam gonna tuck her little tail between her legs, and Sam gonna take some accountability and apologize in the way that resonates with the man that I'm with. Okay, so before I get into this question, why can't she like who likes her? Which is a great question. Serious production. I think that that's something that we definitely need to address, right? Because it's something that I have some opinions about. But I see that Antoine hit us with the first super sticker of the evening. Shout out to our boy Antoine. Thank you guys. Again, streaming below is the Cash App. So if you guys want to donate, it does take a lot for the show to occur every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or to put out the content. So anything that you guys give us is so appreciated. Thank you for everything, single ounce of what you guys decide to do. Hitting the like button is a way of also helping us getting into the algorithm. The super chats, the super stickers. Thank you guys for every single thing, because it helps more than you could ever know. You have no idea how much it helps. So thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you guys for supporting the show. It means a lot. Just thank you. And I'll be sure that even if I'm on a topic, if it's a super sticker or it's a super chat, I would definitely stop what I'm doing and get back to it. So guys, thank you. Round of applause for Antoine. Thank you so much for being the first to give tonight. So thank you. Okay, let's move forward. But again, back to what I was saying about this particular topic. So with all of this being said, in this particular situation, if a woman does not reciprocate feelings, if a man does not reciprocate feelings, that is not for us to sit down and audition for them to see your value. This is not for us to tap dance so that you can see me better. It is for me to now say, okay, God, you close the door, move forward. Why do I say this, you guys? Because I think that a lot of people have a lot more respect for someone who is willing to walk away. Someone don't want you? Okay, you ain't got to tell me twice, I'm out. That might have somebody looking like, oh, wait, maybe they're more valuable than I thought. If they're so willing to walk away, if they're so willing to stand on business, they must have other options. I must not be their best option. You don't want nobody to feel, I don't care what the situation is. If someone is not, if you do not want anyone to feel like they are your last hope. They are your best option. Even if they are, you need to continue to keep standing on business. Okay? Have some self-respect. Say to yourself, you know what? Cool. You don't want me? That's fine. I'm gonna move on. There's another woman who's gonna love me better. There's another woman that's gonna love me the way I want to be loved. It probably wasn't you. God knows something about you that I don't yet. And he saved me. He blocked it from me. Reframe it, family. Don't allow it to make you feel like you're less than. Because again, pain projects. There's somebody in the chat and they're continuing to say negative things about women. Pain, I can tell you've been hurt by a woman. Because pain projects. That is a psychological, you can Google that. That is a primitive defense mechanism that our brain does. It projects. It makes it, instead of just saying this one isolated interview or this one isolated situation was this way, I'm now going to say every woman or every man is this. Instead of just saying the choices I've made in my relationships, I've encountered this. Because to me, I'm gonna just speak on me, family. I'm gonna just speak on me. I'm gonna tell myself for a minute. I know that for me, I realized that I was attracted to people that was not emotionally available. I realized that about myself. I'm like, okay, why am I attracted to people? I had to deal with this with myself. Like, why am I like this? Why do I do this? And what I had to understand for me, as I read quotes and I watched content, as I talked to my therapist, I did my work, I realized that there was a part of me that is not emotionally available. Like if I keep entertaining toxic partners, that means there's a part of me that resonates with toxic. If I keep, because you can't really help who you attract, right? You attract what you attract. Who you entertain is more indicative of who you are as a person. Right? Because I can go to a place or a restaurant or anywhere like that, and there might be people that come at me that they may not be me, they may not be, whatever. I'm not attracted to them, whatever. But if I become attracted to somebody, if I see somebody I'm attracted to, and we talk and we vibe and I entertain that spirit, there's something about them that resonates with me. And I have to take accountability for what I'm entertaining. Right? So I had to sit in front of my therapist and I had to own up to the decisions that I had made. I had to own up to the people that I had chosen as my partner. I had to own up to the experiences that I was in, and not say that it's somebody else or this, that, and the third. I had to say, no, Sam, what is wrong? What is up with Sam? Why is Sam doing this? Why is Sam choosing this? Why is Sam entertaining this for this long? Why is Sam doing? That's where I had to do my work. And it started with accountability. It is very easy for people to project and blame somebody else for their mishaps. It's easy. It's why children do it. Young children do it all the time. I have a baby girl now. There are times where we were just going home from school and she's telling me about what's going on at home, or excuse me, on the playground. And one of the kids are saying to her, oh, you're being mean. And I said, Soraya, are you being mean? Because you keep saying these kids are mean. Are they saying that you mean? And she looking at me like moving her little face, her little cute little eyes. And I'm like, I see your eyes, baby girl. You being mean. You're being bossy. And you're mad at the kids for being bossy. She's like, well, they're not listening to me, mommy. And I'm like, that doesn't make them mean. That just means they don't want to do what you want to do. That don't make them mean. They don't agree with you. That doesn't make them mean. But instead of just saying, like, let me take accountability for who I am and the choices that I'm making and how I'm representing myself, I'm going to project and make it about how everybody else is wrong. Instead of saying, you know what, I end up entertaining the wrong relationships because of something within me. Maybe there's an insecurity. Because a lot of us, y'all, because of social media, we like to put on this big, brave face. We like to put on this bravado that we're just this big bad, I call it the big bad wolf. Now I want to call it the big bad wolf. Ruff, 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 ruff. You just want to bark and make it seem like you just got it all together. You just that cool. You just that okay. You just got it that under control. You just that dude. You just that girl. You just that bad. You just want to put, I don't need no man, forget that. I don't want no man, forget them. They don't need, if they're not willing to see the value in a woman like me, then I don't know what I'm going to do. That's on them. Because I'm not settling for less. You got to take me here, do this, do that. You're going to have to give me a deposit. It is what you can do all of that. And then you meet a guy at the gas station. And he might have just gotten released from prison. But he's showing you interest. Now, you don't went on social media and you just said, if you don't appreciate me, you got to be doing this. You got to be paying a bill. You got to be doing that. You got to be. And this dude don't have a job or a home. But guess what? He shows you attention. Now you over here recounting every statement. Because the reality of the situation was, I'm making my necessity a virtue. I'm playing this big bad wolf character on the social media spaces, but in real life, I'm broken. In real life, I'm hurting. In real life, I'm insecure. In real life, I'm lonely. In real life, I'm struggling. In real life. But because we've gotten so accustomed to putting on a really great show, we're not owning up to what we're actually doing or feeling. We're not actually owning up. You know what? I'm actually going through a tough time. You know what? I'm actually hurting this way or that way. You know what? I'm not where I need to be right now. We put on a show, and let me preface this with this, you guys. Do I think that YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, do I think any of these platforms should be the space where you decide to unload to the masses and share all your feelings and thoughts? Absolutely not. I don't. You know where I think you should share your feelings and share your emotions is one-on-one with somebody that you trust. That's what you do. You don't go on the social media spaces, and you don't go on, wherever just to unload on people that you don't know. No, it's not safe. It's not a safe environment to share your vulnerability. So on some level, do I feel like you protect yourself? Yes. But there's a way of protecting yourself without but still maintaining your authenticity. I can say I'm going through a hard time, pray for me, without me just spilling out my energy on the internet space. I don't have to do that. This is not a safe space. So no, I'm not saying in this conversation as I'm talking about the fact that we have this duality where we're presenting as this, but we're feeling that, which is causing like the divide between what you're doing and what you're saying. What you're saying is that you're happy and you're doing this and you're doing that and you're doing that. But when I push a little deeper, when we dig a little further, you're hurting, you're broken, you're not over it. And that's because I've done so much putting on the bravado that I haven't done the work to actually heal so that the bravado can be somewhat real. So hold on, guys. I see some cash apps. Thank you, guys. I see who do I see Michael. Thank you, Michael, so much. Thank you. C Talmadge Brunson, thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. And then right here with the super chat, we have Mr. George who says, I have to go, but here's a little something for your time. Thank you so much, George. I appreciate y'all for supporting your girl. Thank you so much. I think that at the end of the day, family, it's this bravado that I have a problem with, because I think a lot of people are making decisions being influenced by a persona, not a person. I'm going to say that again. I think a lot of people are being influenced by a persona, not a person. We making decisions. I'm meaning young women to say, I want to be single. I want to be single. Okay, but you're listening to somebody's persona, not a person. Because I'll tell you the truth, family. Do I think that in the right context, in the right situation, a relationship is a beautiful thing? A relationship with the right person, I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's beautiful. Period. But I think that on these internet spaces, I think it's very easy for us to blame and kind of shift the narrative so that we're not actually taking accountability for the choices that we're making. Right? So that's part of what we saw, linking it back to the video. You have a young man who is allowing a woman to record him. Whether this is real or not, I don't know. But we're allowing him to record him in a vulnerable moment. And if this is real, this is a woman saying, oh, look, this man is begging for me, which I think to me is distasteful. This is your friend. This is your man. This is disgusting. Going back to what I just said about the internet space, I don't think the internet space is for me or for anybody to air their dirty laundry or to expose people. This ain't where it's at. If we had a relationship, There are people that I have fallen out with, family, over and over. And I've had, when you're growing and things are happening in your life, devastating, heartbreaking, when you're just going through life, people fall off. It is what it is. I'm not going to go on nobody's internet and use this platform or any platform to diminish or disparage anybody else, because God didn't give me this to do that. Even in this conversation, as we're talking about this young man and how he's begging for this young woman, my issue with the young man isn't his appearance, because I'm telling you guys, he got a full grown man beard. He's got a whole nice, like, looks like a man watch. It was the panda that was throwing me off, but it wasn't me coming at him as a person. It was me saying, if we're going to go about it, you don't look like an unattractive guy. There's a way to go about getting out the friend zone. That wasn't it. We don't have to use this space to be just negative and disgusting and hurling insults. And a part of this is where I see this person on this particular platform that may want my attention, and that's okay. We're going to go with it. So Boss Media, you have a lot to say about women. You keep talking about social media makes women mentally ill, this, that, and the third. And a part of that is not true. If you look at the statistics, it makes both parties. It makes everybody sick. Social media was created to make people sick. Look at digital minimalism. Read the book. It talks about how it was created for us to be addicted to. That's just the nature of the beast. That's how people make their money. That is the science behind it. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to get to a boss level. You're not going to get to the levels you want to get to in life, continuing to hurl out negativity about a gender that, unless you decide you want to be by yourself for the rest of your life, or if you just want to be with men, your only other option is to be with a woman. So the best thing for you to do is to figure out how to have a healthy mentality about the gender that you probably want to get with at one point or another. Now, it might be cute to say I'm going to be celibate for the rest of my life. It might be cute to say that you're never going to speak to anybody with estrogen. But if that was the case, you wouldn't be on my particular platform listening to a woman. So the reality of this situation is that, yes, we can be mad about what's going on. And there is no one that is more mad than me about the state of women today. Okay, there's no one that's more mad at than me at times. I'm not going to say about everything, but about certain things. Like I posted something today about a woman who was saying she done slept with 21 men in one night. Okay, 21 men in one night. She slept with 21 men in one night. There is no one that is more hurt about women posting their daggone hotel room and sleeping with that many men in one night. That is horrible. That sounds like torture. So I'm not going to sit here and say women innocent because they're not. But what I am going to say is that me saying because I've had negative experience with men and projecting it onto all men, that takes me away from my goal. I want a man. I love men. I think men are sexy. I think I like testosterone. I don't want to be without a man for the rest. That's not my desire. It's not. So the best thing for me to do is not sit here and tell you how horrible men are. It's not the best thing for me to do is not say, oh, men are this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. It's not for me to sit here and say, well, I'm good. I'm doing well for myself. I don't need no man. That's not what I'm going to do. Why? Because it's not real. It's not real. And this, all these different pills that we got in this YouTube space, all of it's not real. You got men that run the red pill space. They got wives. They got girlfriends. They have whole situations telling other men to stay single while they out here married with a family. Come on now, if it's done right, it's done right. And I'm not saying that we're not in a great. Oh, thank you, Tommy. Look, Tommy, y'all just got some a super chat, $100 from Tommy. Thank you so much from the Cash App. But I'm just saying, we cannot live. Y'all are like, there's men that are saying, oh, I just give it up on all women altogether. Why? Because one woman hurt you? Why? Because you saw a TikTok video that disrupted your soul? Do you know how many men I run across on the internet space that would make me say, I don't know about men? I haven't seen one video yet that has told me, oh, I forget men. I don't care what woman tells me, forget men, all men are bad. I'm going to find a man. I'm not giving up on him. Baby, I don't care if the ship's sinking, we go down with him, okay? Because I love me some men. I'm not going to let no woman or no media person tell me to stay away from men. I like men. I'm attracted to men. So, baby, we going down together. Till the wheels fall off, Scotty. And if the wheels fall off, your girl is working a job. We gonna buy some new daggone tires and keep on rolling. But a lot of y'all be like, oh, forget women. All women. You know how many women there are in the world? You gonna give up on every single one of them? That doesn't even make any logical sense. Y'all need to really heal and really process with somebody to help you heal. Yes, it's hard to be vulnerable. I understand that. Yes, it hurts. I get that. But instead of just going in either extreme where you're like, forget all women, but you sleeping with all of them. So you still getting the remnants of their spirit. And then there's another extreme where it's like, forget them. I'm not sleeping with them. I'm not talking to them. I'm not breathing with them. Okay. That does not make sense. It's almost like how I look at racism. Like you're hating a whole race of people you have no experience with. Maybe because your grandfather's grandfather didn't like this race of people, so now you adopting or taking on the hate for this race of people. There are family members I don't even know because I'm a mixed child. It's not because of what I've done. It's because of their own pre-existing things that they've got going on within them. So I'm not going to condone that, just like I'm not going to condone no person come on here saying all men are bad and all women are bad. Forget all of them. Like, no, like I don't condone either one. That's dumb. Just irritates me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to, I'm snapping off, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put my lip gloss on and chill out for a second. That just kind of. What I can promise anybody on this live, I'm gonna marry a man. I ain't gonna tell you what kind of man I'm gonna date or marry, but I'm gonna marry a man. That's one thing I can promise you. It's gonna be a man because I like me some men. Now here's what I won't do, beloved. Serious Productions. I see you in the chat, and I appreciate you coming on the show. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your contribution. Just like Boss Media. Thank you guys for your love and your support. Appreciate y'all. Really, I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all. What I will say is that I think a lot of men, as I've said before, a lot of men are seeking certain women because in your conversation, you've talked about forget all women. And now you're telling me, tell all women as attractive as I am to follow me and do what and whatever, do whatever you want them to do. You want me to tell women that look like me to do what you want them to do. That's not going to happen, beloved. Because now I see what the real issue is. The issue isn't that all women are this way or that way. It's the women that you ultimately desire, you're feeling are not giving you the shot that you desire. I can't control all women. And I can't control the women that look like me. What I can tell you is that at the end of the day, we all have to have an understanding of what lane we drive in. And I know that this is a harsh reality. I know that this might not be popular. You know, you want me to say certain things that might stroke your ego a little bit more. I get that. I totally get it. I get it. Here's what I'll say. There's a cute girl that works at a Chick-fil-A down the street from you right now that you're not paying attention to. When I say girl, we talking about over 18, 20 some years old that might be working there. There might be a young whippersnapper that's at the Target right now. Just minding her business. Beautiful, cute, being cute in the store. There might be a girl that's doing hair right now at the salon down your street. There's women everywhere. But some of y'all default to social media. I'm gonna look on social media and the IG models, the women that look like this. I want these type of women to desire me in a certain way. Women that may have access to all different kinds of men. I want y'all to just focus on me instead of who might be coming at you. That's not realistic for either side, family. Just like a guy who has access to all different kinds of women, the reverse is not true. The reverse is not true. If a man is seen in that way, if a man is creme de la creme, you're not gonna tell that man, oh, why don't you look at the girl that ain't that cute, but she gonna be a good one. You're not gonna tell him that. You're gonna tell him, go ahead and ride as many horses as you possibly can. That's what you're gonna tell him. That is what you are going to tell them. And it's not, I'm not going to sit here, and what we do is that because we can't get certain people, or we believe we can't get certain people, we now try to make them bad people. They're not just bad people. We just have to understand that certain people are out of our league. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? And that is not for me to, like, I understand there are certain people, like, I have things going on in my life. There are just certain things that just don't resonate with me, right? There's certain men I may not resonate, and vice versa. That doesn't make them bad men, and that doesn't make it doesn't make me a bad person. It just means we're not meant for each other. Some of you guys are overlooking good women just because they may not look like these Instagram models you're now exposed to because you're on social media. Before social media existed, you didn't even know these women existed. So it was okay to settle down with the cute girl at the coffee shop, or it was okay to be with the girl at the Target. It was okay to be with the girl that's really cute at the Chick-fil-A down the street. Now you don't see these girls on social media. So really, if we talk about if social media has ruined anybody, it's also ruined men, because men now see what they can't have. They see all aspects of women. They see in everything. And so now I can go on my explore page and I can see, because guess what? The algorithm know your type. The algorithm is going to pop out a bunch of different women that may be them, that they're also popping out to other men too. And so now you and maybe your NBA hero or your NFL hero or your, this huge rapper or this, who knows, this billionaire from Africa, all y'all see the same women. And y'all are all vying after the same women. Just like that billionaire from Africa, that rapper, the NBA player, the NFL player, the tennis player, the baseball player, all of y'all are being inundated. And now we all, like, it's hard to settle. It's hard to settle. It's hard to settle because now, even if you're not those guys that can get what we would consider creme de la creme, may not be able to get her. Okay, that's cool. We now mad because we got to settle with the girl that we would have always had to settle with, which is the girl at the coffee shop. This cute girl that's gonna do right by you. She the baddest girl in your town. All your family, your uncle gonna be hitting on her at the family reunions. You overlooking that one. The one that's fertile myrtle, can birth you out 17 kids. You overlooking her. Because you're so focused on a woman that's maybe got 100,000 followers and she lives in Australia. Because you focused on her. You want her to act like the girl at the coffee shop. You can't do that. Neither of us can do that. Neither of us can do that. Women can't expect a man who have a ton of options to be like, you know what? I'm so focused. Want you, only you, might have hundreds of options, but you're the one. No, there's a process. There's a backside to every blessing, family. There's a backside to every daggone blessing. And the reality is, Marcus I appreciate you, Marcus, because you keeping it 100. What about the regular dude who might want a baddie too? Let's be real, Marcus. This is what we're arguing about today. Men are basically saying, if I can't get a baddie, I don't want to deal with women at all, which is absolutely insane. Here's my thing. What is a baddie? Why isn't the girl at the coffee shop that don't have a whole lot of followers not a baddie too? That is my point, family. Men and women. Men want to come on here and they want to be like, oh, women. No, y'all overlooking good women too. There are good women that will drink your bathwater and you don't want to deal with them. You're hyper fixated on the woman that, whether you like it or not, don't make her a bad person. She's just got more options. What are we going to do? So unless she meets you in real life, unless you have an encounter in a restaurant somewhere in your town or whatever that may be, the only way she chooses what she's choosing is based upon what she sees on the internet space. That doesn't make her a bad person, just means she has a lot of options. Just like the guy that may have tons and tons of options, right? You can't be mad at him because he's not trying to get into a relationship in 32 hours. Just because he's probably going to play more games. Just because he's going to do whatever he's going to do. Okay, I can't be mad at him for that. That's what I'm choosing when I choose that. Just like when you choose that type of woman, that's what comes with it. It's a backside to every blessing. Front side, she bad. Every time you walk in somewhere, she is about to steal the show because she's getting the attention of everybody on, every well-to-do dude on the planet in her DMs. So then when you take her to the family reunions, they're like, what did you? I saw her on social media. Golly, how'd you do that, nephew? Is that what you want? There's stress that comes with it. It is what it is. There's a cost. There's a cost to everything. And that's what we have to understand. It's not for you to just give up. It's for you to understand the lane you in. Somebody was like, oh, does that mean we got to settle? You telling women, the first comment you had, beloved, was women aren't settling. You're not settling. And it's not even settling. It's just social media makes you feel like you're settling. You're not settling. It's just that type of woman ain't looking for you. So we got to figure out, okay, well, that's not the pond I swim in. What pond do I swim in now? Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm not even trying to be mean or ugly. I'm really just trying to be honest. Because we all have it. We all have it, family. We all have a lane. We all do. I got a lane. Frank got a lane. Cloud got a lane. B got a lane. Steven got a lane. Everybody got a lane. Pam got a lane. Eric got a lane. We all got a lane. It's okay. That doesn't mean we avoid all women in that lane. We just got to know what lane we're in. That's like me saying, that's like, you pulling up to the club and you driving a Honda Civic, right? And you rolling up, you swerving on that thing. You saying, hey, Honda levels, baby. And there's nothing wrong with a Honda because I like Hondas. Look, I love me a Honda, okay? So you swerving in with your Honda and somebody pulls by you in a Rolls Royce. Rolls Royce. And you're like, wait, you gonna park me up at the front? I'm driving a Honda. It's like, no, bro. The Rolls Royce is gonna be parked up at the front. We want that to be what people see when they pull up to our restaurant. It's gonna be the Rolls Royce, and you over here mad. No, my Honda better than that Rolls Royce. What are you talking about? No, the Rolls Royce wins. There's no debate here. It's not personal. It's not against anybody. It's like you pulling up to this restaurant and it's this nice establishment and they want to have luxury vehicles to be parked out the front of it like every other place, you can't be mad that they decide to put the luxury vehicle at the front. It's what it is. I just think that at the end of the day, family, you just have to understand, we all have to understand our lane. That's not meant to be offensive. That's not meant to be anything. Men and women, because both of us, I think women are more likely to settle than men. Let's be real. I think women are way more likely to settle than men, because when women are not the risky type, they're not the ones that are going to do whatever. Women are going to settle. Women will be in relationships with people they shouldn't be with for way longer. They're going to make it work with the guy that ain't got no job, is sitting on their couch. I know women that will pay for men. I know women that will anything. I have seen it all when it comes to women. I don't think men settle like that. They just don't. They're going to get with the best possible option. That's how men are. Men are the ones who are not settling. And they mad at women not settling, but that's because the women that they want ain't settling for them. It's not because women ain't settling in general. It's the women that they desire ain't settling. And that's because those women don't have to. Oh, well, those men just want to sleep with him. No, you want to sleep with him. You're mad because you're not sleeping with him. Everybody wanted. What man? I just did a video on attraction. What man don't want to sleep with a woman? You tell me. We just go about it different ways. She has just as much of a shot with him as he has with you. Y'all want the same. The rapper and you want the same thing. So she basically saying, if y'all want the same thing, I'm going to choose him because y'all both want the same thing. Y'all both want to sleep with me. That's just what it is. That's not personal. That's not offensive. That is real. But you know what, Memphis? Memphis says something very real right now. And I never thought about this, Memphis. I never have thought about this. And I think that this is so, this just made sense for me. This is why we have this chat, y'all, because this just clicked in my brain when you said that. This just clicked. Thank you, Memphis. We've got some of the smartest people in the chat, y'all. We really, really do. We got some of the smartest people that tune in to this particular show because y'all be teaching me things while I'm out here sounding off my opinion. So thank you guys for sharing. Memphis, this is real. He said, we hungry with ambition. I've never thought about this. I've never thought about this. That makes all the sense in the world. Men aren't socialized to settle. I've never thought about that. I've never thought about that. Men aren't socialized to settle. Men are taught to go for the gander, go for it all, go for all the marbles. Men are taught to run the race, which makes sense as to why women are more likely to settle and men are not. Because men are competitive, men are success driven. That makes a lot of sense. Very good point. Very good point. Which is why ambition, and honestly, Serious Productions, I know you're probably trolling me at this point. But here's the thing, if a woman called you trash, how would you feel? Like if a woman said, I'm not settling for trash, and you're what she's referring to as trash. Like that wouldn't feel good. So you're saying that any woman that isn't a baddie off of Instagram is trash? Like, no, like that's just not, that's not a trash. maybe what you're looking for just isn't for you. Maybe what's best for you is what is in your lane, what you have access to. What have you had access to? That's what we have to think about, family. What do we have access to? What have we seen dating success in? And I'm not saying who wants you or this, that, and the third. I'm saying who is like if it's a woman, who's approaching you? Who is coming at you? Who coming at you? Who's shooting a shot at you? Who in your DMs? That is going to show you a lot. Okay, do I have access to the men that I desire? If they're not shooting a shot and you've got to make yourself. Oh, okay, Serious Productions. He said bad of me to say, no, I'm not trolling. Let me rock. Okay, cool. Again, Serious Productions, I like this conversation. I appreciate you. I really do. I love what you're saying out here. I really do appreciate it. But to me, it's like you have to decide what you have access to. Now, men on here will say, hey, you know, what women have you had dating success with? And when I say dating success, I'm not saying the relationship work. I'm saying who goes for you. When you go at them, they're reciprocating. That's your lane. We learn our lane in our lives based upon that. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where we have to start to understand. Now, some of you guys I've known, they're like, oh, well, you know, I'm better off when I'm in person, when I'm out the bar. Well, that's probably the best thing, especially in the social media world. I think that's the wisest decision is either a dating app or going out and being out here in the streets, to be honest with you. Some women might settle, quote unquote, for a guy that seems inferior because they're tired of getting run through by top tier dudes that refuse to settle down with them. You know what AOHT 06? That's what AOHT 06 that says some women might settle for a guy that seems inferior because they're tired of getting run. Yeah, I agree. I think I wholeheartedly agree. That's why I recommend, and I'm gonna say that on every live that I do. I recommend being abstinent because no one is getting the best of you. And when I say the best of you, we understand that first level of male attraction is what? To sleep with you, right? That's first level. Do I want to sleep with you? That's what they're assessing first. I think that when you hold what's yours to you, you don't settle. You don't settle. Because now it's like, okay, well, this is under lock and key. So I don't ever, you don't ever feel like, or I don't personally ever feel like, oh, I just got to settle because I'm over here getting run through. Like, that's not my thought process. That's why I go about it the way I do. Abstinent. Be abstinent. That way, no one gets that. No one can have that. No one can say that about you because you're being disciplined in that department, right? Can't nobody say that. That's why I think more women, I see a lot of women moving in that direction. I love that because I think your man is the one who gets to bite the apple. Not everybody gets a chance to bite the apple. No, my man that it's got to mean something. If it don't mean something to me, then I'm just giving it to any man that is whatever, then what value does it really have? It don't have no value. So that's why I absolutely recommend discipline in this particular area, ladies. Period. No, I don't care who the man is. I don't care what he does. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Stay disciplined. Don't just give your cookie out to everybody that want to eat it. I'm getting real with y'all tonight. It might be because I'm sleepy, but I'm giving y'all everything I got. Okay? You know what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all everything that I got, baby. That's what I'm giving y'all. I'm giving y'all everything. Okay, so next. So we got some questions, y'all, from the chat. We had some questions that came through. Again, thank you guys for some of y'all for the super chats, for the cash apps. Thank you guys so very much. What I'm saying, Jesse, I'm saying you neither one. A, B, and then C is all of the above, or D is none of the above. We're saying D for 300, Alex. 300, Alex. Y'all, I done seen some men. Lenny Kravitz has been celibate for 7 years. Omarion came out and said he'd been celibate for 3. I'm seeing a lot of people choosing the celibacy route. I saw Maya, the singer. She was celibate for 7 years. I think celibacy is becoming a thing. And I'll be honest with you, it is freedom because you're not giving yourself away. Back to my questions. I'm sorry. All right. How do you apply the proper amount of pressure? Now, these are friend zone questions, family, friend zone questions. How do you apply the proper amount of pressure to not be in the friend zone? How do you apply the right amount of pressure to not be put in the friend zone? Now, guys, friend zone, there's a couple things we have to understand about the friend zone. Friend zone can be, I'm not attracted to you. Friend zone can be, we're not aligned. We might not have certain values aren't the same. Our desires aren't the same. We're not going after the same thing, whatever that means. There could be a lot of reasons why somebody is put in the friend zone, right? There might be people that you meet that you might have, you might be physically think that they're handsome, or you think that they're beautiful. They might be good people, but you don't have a physical attraction to them. I say my body work. It doesn't make my body excited, right? Because I don't have that natural to it. You know what I'm saying? We got to have the And sometimes people are like, well, I don't feel that connection with you. You're not in, you might not be mentally where where you want a woman to be, or mentally where you want a man to be. There's a lot of different reasons why someone can be put in the friend zone. I think the best way to not get put in the friend zone is in the very beginning. Make it seem like be known that you're interested, right? On some level, but don't be overly pressed about it. When I mean overly pressed about it, there's a certain pressure that you can put that can push a woman away, right? In the very beginning. When you are going so in and you're making it seem like this is your best option, it makes it seem like you're putting this person on a pedestal, and that could actually make somebody feel turned off by you. Because women like competition. Whether we say that, whether we don't, women like competition. They like feeling like they're earning the man of their desires. It's just what it is. So if you are not giving a little bit, like holding a bit back, you don't text every day, might text every couple of days. And again, that's based upon you're reading the room. You're not just doing to do, you're reading the room. How are the responses? What's going on? I'm not going to press her to keep the conversation going. I'm just going to back and forth, see what's going on. If she's being dry in her communication, if we get on the phone, I feel like I'm pulling teeth, I'm going to pull off. You just got to be able to read the room and not press. Okay. That's a very quick way to get put in the friend zone. Why is this, family? Women from the very beginning of time are hypergamous beings. What does that mean? Biologically, they are wired to want the very best possible mate that they can settle down with, period. Okay. And so when you go into a situation and you are pressing and you're making her feel like in the very beginning, when you haven't even gone on the first date yet, you're just pressing the gas pedal. You're so excited about how attractive she is and how perfect she seems to be for you that you are just pressing the gas pedal and you're just going in. That can definitely put you in the friend zone, because now she's feeling like I'm the best he can do, and she feels like she can do better. That's why we want, and I don't want to argue about it, y'all. You can do it your way if you want to. I'm telling you what it is. Now you can decide if you don't want to do it you want to do it your way, do it your way. I'm telling you what works. What works is letting your foot off the gas. Let them know you're interested, but let your foot off the gas. Don't be too pressed. Yeah, set up a situation, set up a date. Date is really where getting on the first date is where we really have a better understanding of who we are and how y'all gel, right? You meet them in person, you catching the vibe, you're like, oh, you know what? This person's really dope. This person's really we get it. You still, even after that first date, you want to say something and then you want to kind of pull off the gas, right? You want to say, I had a great time, I enjoyed you, pull off the gas, right? We don't want to keep pressing in. We in the very beginning, the Bible says, guard your heart above all things, for out of it flows the rivers of life. I don't care how much you think you want this woman. You don't know enough about her yet to make that decision. She doesn't know enough about you yet to make that decision. Therefore, there's no reason to go so hard after someone you don't know. So in the beginning, you have to, I don't care who the woman is, you have to look at it like, I'm evaluating this person. I'm also collecting data too. Yeah, I'm gonna be chivalrous. I'm gonna go on this date. I'm gonna have a good time and this, that, and third. But I'm still evaluating here. I'm still trying to figure out if this is really for me or not. Stay in the place of evaluating, not in the place of all I need for you to do is choose me. All right, because in that situation, that puts you at the mercy of whether they want you or not. Right? Because now it's like, I'm yours already. First date, I'm yours. You choose me, we on. You don't want to be in that particular situation unless you know this person, y'all have already developed it. You want to be in a position where y'all are still evaluating. There's no power in one person's hand. She got power, you got power. You want to maintain that, right? And as you go along like this, we trucking along. This is us trucking along. You catching the vibe, she catching the vibe. You catching the vibe, she catching the vibe. Now we're starting to get in a rhythm. I trust you a little bit more. I know you a little bit more. So now I feel like I can give you more. And that's how we naturally progress to a level where there's reciprocation. There's full on, like, I feel more comfortable calling this person because I know you. I know you like me. I don't necessarily have to do this dance, but we always want to be reading the room. We don't want to be so performance oriented that you're not reading the room, right? Read the room. Consistently read the room. Don't get out of reading the room, because there's a level. I'll be honest with you guys. So I gave you the one side of being friend zone, which is doing too much. Second side of the friend zone is being inconsistent. So there's a level between what I say the pursuant, but just kind of put your foot off the gas. A man who's inconsistent, for me, is a complete turnoff. You in, you out, you up, you down, you this, you that. You say you want to do this, but you don't do anything about it. Blah, blah, blah. To me, you getting cut off. It just is what it is. I personally like consistency. And so, I think that a lot of guys, because they're trying not to appear pressed, they are very inconsistent because they're trying to kind of like protect that ego of theirs. And I get that. You really should be protecting ego. But when it goes to a level of inconsistency, or where the person doesn't really feel like a genuineness about you, it can be putting off or off-putting. It can be off-putting. So that's why I say we don't want to be too far on any extreme. We don't want to be so dismissive and so out of it that you're putting a woman off. Or we don't want to be so in it and acting like she's the best thing since sliced bread, because that's off-putting. We want to be in the middle. We want to be in the situation of like, I'm interested. I like what I know, but I don't know you yet. So I'm still evaluating. I'm still moving like I got some options, but I'm evaluating. And then on the other hand, this extremer is like inconsistent. You still want to be like following up. You don't want to be like playing games like, oh, are you going to text me and ask me this so I know we're going on the date? Like that to me is childish. It just is. If we've already said we're going on the date, why are you gonna be like, oh, well, if you don't hit me up on that day, we're not going on the date? Like, that's mind games that are unnecessary. It just shows me you're insecure, you've been hurt, and that's fine. But it's like, if you already said we gonna meet on Friday, yeah, maybe have a text on Thursday like, hey, are we still good for tomorrow? That person says yes, push forward. Push forward. Don't do too much. You know what I'm saying? We want to have that. But we also don't want to be playing too many games to where it's like, okay, this dude. And you know what? It'd be the best guys. It'd be the guys that really, they desire connection, but unfortunately, they've been hurt before. So they're extremely guarded. They do a lot of things. They set up a lot of obstacles around their heart. And I get that as well. That's just what it is, right? So we have an understanding of that. But again, with the friend zone, y'all, I've met men that, they're interested. I think they're handsome. I don't think they're doing well for themselves. They got this, they got that. They are, on paper, everything. They've got everything a woman could want. Everything. But there's not a vibe, there's not a chemistry there. And so you could be friend zone because there's a lack of chemistry. Not because there's anything you've done wrong. There's no chemistry. There's no connection there. So friend zoning can be for a lot of different reasons. I'm just giving you guys the basic gist of when somebody comes on too hard or somebody comes on too soft, for lack of a better term, how that can be off-putting. Okay? Somebody asked me what automatically puts someone in the friend zone when they meet you. Now, you guys, I'm very big about moving with chemistry, understanding chemistry, connection, and just like also understanding who this person is and everything like that. There's certain things in my spirit. If I don't feel like, and this is one of the things that I pray for, it's a gift and a curse, I don't feel safe. In the past of my life, when I've communicated with people, there have been moments where I don't feel like safe being me. Like, I don't want to say that I feel like I'm over or hyper critical of what I'm going to say. I'm very like, I should say, I should say, I just, you're just like, you're feeling, there's an uneasy feeling of being who you are, right? I used to push past that. But now when I feel it, I know that that's a sign that this is not a safe person. Not for me. Doesn't mean they're a terrible person, bad person. They're just not safe for me. So I don't push past that uneasiness that my spirit is telling me like it's a no. Because there's a lot of people that when my spirit says no, they're like, but do you know who that is? Do you know what that is? Like, why would you say no? I don't feel, there's an uneasiness. I'm not willing to push past that for what y'all think is worldly standards. I'm going to do what my spirit feels. And so if there's an uneasiness that I feel, I pay attention to that, and that's that. So that's something that puts me in the friend zone. That uneasiness feeling, like I don't feel like I can communicate with you. I feel like it's a bunch of pulling teeth. There's a certain level of uneasiness in the conversation. It's a no. And that to me is my discernment, is my own discernment. Because there's been people I go on the phone, I could talk to them for 4 or 5 hours. And there's no issue, there's no problem. I can talk to somebody I haven't spoken to in a year or whatever, and we can just vibe like that. It's if there's not an uneasiness, right? There's just certain people that have it. So that's something that is friend zoning for me. I also go off of people's history. Somebody, I look at how somebody represents themselves. I that's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. I don't yeah. I'm very big about discernment, very big about listening to my spirit. And I try. I really do try. So that's my thing. It's not how somebody represents themselves, how they want to be seen, in the world, and just listening to my discernment. Because it's never been wrong. Like when I've pushed past my discernment and I've engaged anyway, like, oh, maybe it's me, maybe I'm tripping, maybe it's this. I'll push past it. I entertain it, and I'm like, oh, that's why my discernment was acting like that. That's why my spirit wasn't okay with that. So now I've learned, no, pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. Now, somebody asked, how do you want to show you want to be removed from the zone and shoot your shot? My thing for a lot of people that are in the friend zone position, if someone's put you in the friend zone and you don't want to be their friend, don't be their friend. Don't be waiting for the moment that they like have this epiphany and you're their friend and they turn to you and it's like this scene from a movie. Like, no. If you want a friend, if you want more and that person doesn't want what you want, then move along. Anything else than that is disingenuous. You're playing with you. You playing with your own heart, really. You playing with your own heart. If you wanted her to be your girl and she don't see you as that, then you say, no, like if y'all weren't friends before, why are we going to be friends now? Now, if you're genuinely okay with a friendship and you're genuinely okay with it not going forward, cool. But if this is not a person that you genuinely rock with and all you wanted was a whatever, no. Why are you gonna be their friend? That just puts you in a position to be played, family. That just puts you in a position to be played. You've now said, I want this, but I'm willing to settle for whatever you give me. You've taken yourself off of a pedestal. You basically were here and then you said, okay, well, I'll get demoted. Like, no. A woman will probably have more respect for you if you just move along. Like if I don't see this as a romantic situation. Okay, no problem at all. Y'all don't be mean, don't be nasty, don't go back and forth. Concoct the best possible message to be like, I respect you telling me the truth. Best of wishes to you. Just end on a really, really high note. Like, don't end on no F you, forget you. You want to end in such a way that they feel actually dumb for saying no to you. Right? You don't want to react in a way that they're looking at you like, oh, that's why I did that. Because that's what a woman's looking for, is that reassurance that I did the right thing. So that's why you want to be put in a position, or you want to put yourself in a position where you're not doing that. You want to be in a power position. Right? Thank you, Greg. Greg said if I could do playlists on my YouTube of all my Sigma videos. That's a good idea, Greg. That's a good idea. I think I will do that. Thank you. Thank you for that. But yes, you want to stay in a power position. If someone is not willing, if they don't want what you want, okay, cool. Let it go. All right, well, this ain't for me. Thank you, God. Move along. Write a very clean, loving, courteous message back. Don't belabor the point. Don't write a paragraph. Don't write a sonnet. Don't write a poem. Just say, I respect what you're saying. I appreciate you. Best of wishes in your future. You're an amazing woman. Leave it at that. I'm like, you even put, I'm disappointed, but I get it. I believe in God's sovereignty, whatever. But again, you seem like an intelligent, beautiful person. And I wish you all the best. That is how you end. You end on a high note, men. Do not end on a low note, because you're only justifying her point. I've been in situations where when people ended it with me, I was like, dang, should I have done that? Man, am I the dummy here? That was so nice. You want them to feel that way. Because at the end of the day, when you're dealing with vulnerability, when someone's telling you that they don't want what you want, they're putting themselves in a vulnerable position. They're and I know that sounds crazy, but it's vulnerable. The easiest thing to do is ghost you. So to tell you that I don't want what you want is vulnerable. And when you respond to that in a respectful, high road, good way, that makes a woman and a man to say, whoa, hold up, did I do the right thing? That's where you want to leave on a high note, not a low note. But do not allow somebody, if you are not willing to play the friend zone, do not put yourself in that position unless you are 100% willing to deal with whatever comes with that. If you are going to stay in the friend zone, get over her. That's going to be very hard to get over her while you're still in the friend zone. But if you want to stay in the friend zone and you know what comes along with being in the friend zone, then stay in the friend zone. Because now if something does happen, it's under the pretense that you're always going to be like, is it because she couldn't find nobody else? Now you're setting yourself up to have insecurities. I just think it's best to have a clean break. That's how I look at it. But that's me. Somebody asked me, would I accept a foot rub in the friend zone? Absolutely not. I'm not accepting in the friend zone. I don't believe, and this is where I have to talk to women. If we are in the friend zone, male or female, if you are in the friend zone, do not be out here taking them on dates. Don't be out here paying for all this stuff going on. Like, if you're my friend and you don't want nothing more from me, I'm not going to give you boyfriend or girlfriend benefits when you don't want me. When you've already said you're not interested in more with me, I'm not going to now put my heart and my mind and my spirit at risk to meet your needs. At this point, I will say, I'm done. I'm cool. I'm not going to continue to put myself in a position where I can easily feel used. So don't do anything with somebody that doesn't want nothing from you. Now you give her a foot rub or you do different things, you're going to like her more. What if her feet are soft? What if her feet are attractive? Now you're more attracted to her. Now you want to sleep with her even more. Now you done played with yourself. You don't play with your own mind and your own heart. Now you're thinking of her all the time. No girl will ever do. You try to move on, but you can't because you've continued to play with this energy. Let it go. What are some things a man can do to get out of the friend zone, or can he? Does it have to be on her timing? Yes, the friend zone would have to be on her timing. She's the one who sees you as a friend. She's the one who friend zone you. She's the one who gets you out of the friend zone. You didn't friend zone yourself. She friend zoned you. So that's she would have to take you out of that. Can you get out of the friend zone? Yes, you can get out of the friend zone. You absolutely can. It's very, very possible. But you have to play your cards correctly. And playing your cards correctly, hear me clear, family, is your ability to walk away. It is your ability to walk away. Women respect that. Just like men respect it, women respect it. Women respect a man who has the ability and the self-respect to walk away. When you set a boundary, when you say, I don't need you to the degree that I'm willing to lose you, you are setting a precedence, you're setting a precedence, my family. You are setting a precedence. I am not going to play second fiddle. I'm not going to be a little boy toy. I'm going to exit stage left. And that would then give a woman the thought, now she sees you as a man on a pedestal because you put yourself on a pedestal. You now walking with some self-respect. You now standing on business. You now saying, nah, I'm not doing this. I'm out. And now she's like, wait, you're out? You're leaving? If you live in your life and you do your thing and she sees you and she friends on you, now she like, did I make the right decision? Like I said, your friend zone, you leave on a high note and you keep on living. You cut communication. You keep pushing. You keep doing. You keep walking in purpose. You keep affirming yourself. You keep going up into the gym. You keep doing what you got to do to sow into you. You keep elevating. She's now going to see you and say, wait, hold on. Did I make the right decision? I don't know if I did. That's where you get them. I know women women and men, both, y'all gonna be mad at me. But that's how you do it. Now, when she starts to wonder, you stay distant. You don't look at the stories. Don't look at anything, family, hear me clear. Don't look at anything that they can tell that you're looking at them. Pam saying, Sam's spilling all the tea. You ain't lying. Now, don't look at no story. Don't look at nothing. If you're going to look at her page, look at it in a way where she can't know that you're looking at her page. But I suggest you don't look at her page. I suggest you keep on moving forward because otherwise we're going to have a conversation next week and then you're going to ask me, okay, Sam, I did what you said. When did she come back? There's no guarantee that she's going to come back. So you have to do this step and move on. Move forward. And the thing is, you've increased your likelihood. You've increased your likelihood of her returning, but it doesn't guarantee a return. Somebody else asked, once in, never out. Again, you guys, as I shared before, doesn't mean you're never out. Women go back to their friends all the time. This is not a unusual occurrence, right? That's why the argument of whether women and men can be platonic friends exists, because those lines do get blurred sometimes. If you're married and you have a guy friend that you comfortable in, I don't know, you comfy in, that's okay. I don't think every marriage is different. There's people that don't mind that their partner has male or friends from the opposite sex. There's people that don't care about that. There's people that do. You have to decide who you will be in that situation. Now, if somebody has a friend that they've known all their life, if you're like, I don't want you calling them, I don't want y'all hanging out, things like that. They close to your family, but this is what I'm comfortable with. Every relationship has their own set of rules. We can't apply everybody rule to everybody's situation. Everybody relationship is different. Everybody's needs are different. Everybody was raised different. So you do have to say to yourself, what can I handle? What can I put up with? And am I and set those parameters. Now, do I think it's unfair that, somebody goes in a situation and they've been friends with somebody that they've always been platonic with since they were kids? I don't think that needs to happen. I think there needs to be rules and regulations put in place. I.e., if it's like, I don't want y'all over here texting like that. If he's going to the family reunion, okay, I know he's close to your family and stuff like that. But I need to be privy to the communications that y'all are having. I don't want y'all over here on the phone and he need to know our business. Like, you got to figure out what works for you. Okay? If your spouse, your best friend, what you need friends from the opposite sex, unless, oh, okay. Somebody's saying, okay, I get that. How do you apply the proper amount of pressure? I think I've asked that question. Answer that. I think I've answered all the questions. I think that was everything. Let me see if I missed anything. Hold on. Let me go on and see if there's any new questions that have been asked since I've been on here. So somebody asked me again, how do you go from being in the friend zone to the love zone? I've expressed to you guys what that looks like, friend zone to love zone. We've already talked about that. Yeah. And again, you guys, I have to say one thing. Don't ever get in a position. I don't care who the person. And now, let me preference that. If you've done something wrong and it's a relationship, and you've done something wrong, begging is cool. Okay, that's fine. I hope begging comes with changed behavior, but begging is okay in those circumstances, right? Right your wrongs. You'll have a whole lot more peace about it if you do. When it comes to getting on a date or asking for an opportunity to date a woman, and she's saying no, and then you continue to play games, or not play games, you continue to beg, like she's like no, and you're like, please give me opportunity, I'll do anything. And this ain't your woman, this ain't ever been your woman, you didn't do nothing with her, she's just saying no off of just how she feels in the moment, whether that's because she's not as attracted to you that way, or she doesn't see you in that light, or y'all become such good friends, she really don't have that it doesn't come up for her. Whatever that may be for that woman, you don't beg. Now, if it's a situation where you married to this woman or you dated this woman, you got caught cheating, you did something wrong, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay. I see it. I see it. Totally. I see it. But if it's just, I'm begging, please give me opportunity. Please just let me have the opportunity. We live so close together. And no. If she said no, leave it at no. Don't plead your case. Don't do all of that. She ain't your woman. She wasn't your woman in the past. There's no reason for the disconnection. It's because you want her and she don't want you. You do not beg. That puts you at a lower level. That takes you off of being equal and it makes you down here. So now she's looking at you. Women are hypergamous. They want the best possible mate. You putting yourself at a lower level is making her see you at a lower level, which is making your shot at ever getting at her even less probable. Even less probable. So be sure that if you're going to do whatever, if you're going to shoot your shot, which I absolutely say, shoot your shot. Read the energy. Read the energy. Does this woman want to, is she working with you? When you reaching out, she reaching back out. You saying you want to meet up, she's kind of playing, I say playing along with me, but playing along, and she's saying what's up, and she's talking to you, and she's doing those things. Like, okay, we're on to something. But read the room. Don't overdo it. Don't oversell yourself. Read the room. Because otherwise, family, you will be in a situation where someone you might be overdoing it and you're not reading the energy. Even if you read the energy wrong, even if the energy isn't that, like, let's say she responds with a one-word answer. Okay. That doesn't mean you double text to get clear. Like the message, blah, blah, blah. That means you must not want this this conversation to continue. So I'm going to take it like that. And I'm going to exit stage left. Like that in the very beginning, family. Not when we move into, we've been on 3 dates. After the 3-date mark, it is what it is. You should know this person enough. You should have spent enough time with them to kind of understand whether or not they're at least interested in you. Base level. They like you back. You've been around them 3 dates. You've exchanged energy for 3 dates. You know whether or not they're attracted to you. You know whether or not they like you or not. If you don't know in 3 days, then you need to go ahead and schedule your one-on-one coaching session with me, because I'll be able to put you on game. But you should be able in 3 days to know whether or not somebody is really into you or not. For sure. Okay? All right, family, this is one of them lives, y'all. This was a good one. This was a really, really good live. Go ahead and play back. Please comment below on your favorite parts of the live that you felt like resonated with you most. And I'm starting to clip up these lives, you guys. So I really would like to know what your favorite parts are, so you don't have to go through the entire live to be able to listen to a part that you want to hear again. But comment below. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your feelings. Please like this video. It helps us get into the algorithm. Please, please, please. And otherwise than that, you guys, I will see you guys next Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to do this thing again. All right, we're going to rock and roll with it. Okay? I love you guys, and I will see you guys soon. My podcast comes out on Friday, my long form video for the YouTube, which is called the 3 things you should never, this is men and women, you should never ignore in dating. It's coming out on Monday. So I will see you guys soon. I will see you beautiful people soon. Thank you for everybody that tuned in today. Love y'all, and talk to you guys.